The third mistake I see is not working with a franchise broker. And, I used to have a different opinion on this. And by the way, some people go, well, franchise broker, franchise consultant, franchise coach, like what's the difference? The reality is they're pretty much all the same. So franchise broker, franchise consultant, franchise coach essentially all mean the same thing. And that is an individual who's going out there and helping to match you with a franchise that's suitable for your goals. Okay. And so typically the way that a franchise broker works, I like to call them franchise brokers because I think it's more transparent. I don't like the term franchise consultant, um, because they're yes, they're consulting you, but the way that they get compensated is by matching you with the franchise. That's not necessarily a bad thing. If you think about a real estate agent, right? The way a real estate agent gets paid is by going out, helping you find a home, and then navigate that transaction, right? That's the role of real estate agent. So franchise broker is a similar thing. But what happens is, so the way that a franchise broker works is that they're going to have access to a couple hundred different franchises that they can work with. Depending upon what organization they're with, they can even go out to franchises that aren't within their inventory and say, hey, I have a client that may be interested in your franchise, et cetera. But generally speaking, they're going to represent a couple hundred franchises that they have access to in their inventory. So working with a franchise broker is not necessarily for everyone, right? So as an example, companies like Orange Theory, or like a company called Kidstrong, like they don't work with franchise brokers. So you wouldn't be able to buy that franchise through a franchise broker. But the reason why I list this as a mistake is because majority of the people that wind up reaching out to me or us, and I've been running my YouTube channel for a good 3 years now, so I've just again spoken to hundreds, if not thousands, of people, either via email or in Zoom meetings or lives or Q&As or whatever it is. And most of the time, people that come saying, hey, what do you think about this franchise? Or I'm looking at this franchise, and they're not working with a professional like a franchise broker, um, the franchise that they're looking at is terrible. Like 80% of the times, I'm like, that would be a terrible idea to buy the franchise that you're looking at. Because a lot of times they're looking at franchises that are brand new, that don't have a track record. Their average unit volume sales suck. So I think even if you don't wind up buying the franchises that the franchise broker shows you, I think you're going to learn so much in that process and have so much more clarity so that even if you wind up buying something on your own, working with the franchise broker will benefit you, and you'll get a lot of value out of that relationship. We have some that we can introduce you to if that's something that you want some help with. Then you can go to franchiseempire.com/check territory, and you'll be able to set up a free 15-minute call with some franchise brokers that we can introduce you to. We our clients work with some of the best in the country in the business and that operate franchises, et cetera. I personally don't operate as a franchise broker. I don't work with clients one-on-one. People ask me all the time. It's not something that I do, but we can connect you with people that I'm very close with and that we trust and work with a lot of our clients. If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.